I'm ready to attempt to steal a very worrisome-looking world record. So this is a guarded OG randomizer seed. This was a race that was done in the Symphony of the Night Discord. And the best time was an hour and 20 minutes, basically, by the Swarm. Shout out to the Swarm. Been killing it in these races lately. Oh, God, I'm doing this wrong. But, an hour and 20 minutes is terrifying, to be honest. The idea of taking an hour and 20 minutes on a guarded OG seed is terrifying. So, let's see how bad it is. Glasses are considered a fashion item, so people are willing to pay a lot. And nobody wants to say they get cheap knockoffs. I'm down to get cheap knockoff glasses. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but... If you're watching on YouTube and you're confused why we're talking about glasses, one, you should join the live stream so you can get all the context behind all of the fun little conversations we get ourselves in. And also subscribe while you're here. But yeah, I'm getting glasses soon. I have been needing glasses probably for the last couple of years. I've just been putting it off. By the way, this is one of my favorite capes I feel like we've had in a long time. Look at it. It's so beautiful. I love the dark, like lavender and pink. It's so nice. Oh, come on. What are these zombies doing? Yeah, this is Firebrand, for sure. Turkey? Interesting.
Tribute.
Lemmy, thanks for the tier 1. Appreciate you.
And make them your slaves.
Hope you're having a good one. And I appreciate the support in getting us up to 400 subscribers over on the live stream. Appreciate that a lot. All right, we're losing our Onyx. Losing all of our starting gear, actually, but... Glasses are expensive and they're not even holy. That's what I'm saying, bro. If these glasses that I'm getting don't allow me to see beyond evil curses, then, like, I want a refund. This is unacceptable. How long have you been holding on to that one, Cryo? There's no way that was off the dome. There's no way you just had that. You had to have had it locked and loaded. Damn, you're built different, I guess, because that is a pun of all time. Oh, nice job. I probably need that money, actually. Just in case. I'm actually terrified to... Oh, speaking of glasses, I'm trying to figure out what exactly is the reason why this seed is an hour and 20 minutes long. And I guess, oh my God, we're gonna find out. A real gem, if you will. Boo! Chat, boo this man! Zircon D's nuts. All right. I'm glad we got there, guys. I have the most mature, respectful, smart, intelligent chat in the entirety of Twitch.tv. I love this game. When you get bored, you can just eat ice cream or put on the holy glasses and see the demon around you. I mean, yeah, this game has just like infinite random silly little things. Speaking of diamonds, nice. Whoa, turn around. I mean, this game is a cultural touch point for a reason. It's a very good video game. I feel like it's one of those games that could easily get like, ooh, missed. Interesting. Underappreciated or kind of like not like lost to time, but I could see a world where people kind of just don't think about or talk about this game in the next couple of years, which would be very sad if that's the case. I mean, I'll do everything in my power to prevent that from happening, but, you know. That is the issue with time continuing to march forward, isn't it? All the things that we know and love become old. I think it's probably worth checking this with just missed, right? At its time, it was underappreciated. I guess that does also kind of... Yeah, that is true. I feel like it was underappreciated for its time as well. You know, the thing that honestly helped it stay appreciated is the fact that Igarashi was whipping up bangers. Am I ready for my daily pun? Oh, fine. Already. But yeah, I feel like the fact that Igarashi continued to make more Castlevania games that were pretty good, if not great, helped a lot. It paled in comparison to the beautiful Castlevania 64 revolutionary with 3D graphics. You're so insanely correct that it hurts empty. When do mushrooms retire? Oh, man. When do mushrooms retire? When they get to mold. Yeah. Sure. That sounds correct. Fuck it, why not? That's so bad. What do I do here? I don't really have enough MP to be doing this. And I don't want to fight Aurochs in this state, I think. Do I want to fight Aurochs? I think I'm just going to grab the warp and then leave. I feel like trying to fight... I mean, I can't really climb up the shaft anymore anyways. I used too much of my magic. I think getting the warp and coming back is fine. It's probably slightly suboptimal, but I don't know. How suboptimal can it be when the world record is an hour and 20 minutes? There were 2 spore. Disney is expensive. I don't blame them.
Tribute.
3 years.
Steal men's
Nice.
souls and make them your slaves.
God, that's such a long time. Thank you very much. I'm doing all right. I'm feeling a lot better. I'm no longer sick. I'm kind of getting back into the swing of like working more regularly. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty much 100% back to normal at this point. Honestly, you want to know the hardest part about recovering from COVID in my experience? Obviously, like your miles may vary, obviously, because it's going to hit different people differently, and I also have like at this point, I think I've taken the 2 doses of the initial vaccine plus 2 or 3 separate boosters at this point. Like, I've stayed pretty on top of the boosters themselves. Like, the actual being sick part wasn't that bad. The worst part was just, like, not being well enough to do normal work. Like, that was the part that frustrated me the most. And not only that, like, because I just couldn't work on anything. I just was like doing whatever to pass the time, and I absolutely obliterated my attention span by doing so. So I have to get back into the swing of things to not be as, you know, cracked out of my head, ADHD minded. Back into a genuine work routine, because that is the tough part about content creation is you don't have a boss telling you to show up. You just got to do it. You are your boss in that regard. It is nice to kill these guys in one hit. You don't always get to do that. They surprisingly have like a decent amount of defense. Chat is your boss. Oh, thank God you guys are not my boss. If you guys were my boss, who knows what would happen at this point. Chat is my boss as far as they unlock sub goals for the stream. That's about it. Started a diet last week, finally, 1 week in. You were so ADHD brained. Yeah. It's tough out there, man. It's real tough. That is one thing that I do want to work on is my diet as well. I feel like that's another thing is just general self-control. And habit control is tough. The gig is that the streamer is so submissive and backseatable. Come on, man. Well, I'll tell you the thing that motivates me to have structure and continue working is definitely the ever-present despair of not providing monetary value and increasing my money in my bank account. Because yeah, just because if I don't make a video, that doesn't mean that I have to stop paying rent. It's like, oh, I just didn't make a video this week. Like, can I just choose to not pay rent this week? It's like, no, that's not how that works. You got your A1C at a manageable level? Hell yeah. Congrats. I was hoping to do this. That's pretty decent. Can we have a seed where we collect Alucard's furniture? I think we're playing the wrong game for that. Pay your rent with exposure? Yeah. All right, landlord. I will shout you out in my next YouTube video if I don't have to pay rent. Got a shower gonna lurk? No worries, Cryo. Alucard shield. All right. I don't think there was a Maul Blanc or a shield rod in the shop. I wasn't 100% paying attention, I'll be honest. I'm trying to remember, is Colosseum in logic with just Mist? I feel like you still need Leapstone, right? I'm trying to remember if that's a thing for Guarded OG or not. I think you need Leapstone to get to Colosseum normally, as far as like the in-game randomizer logic. So, layer 0, the relic is Jewel of Open. Oh wait, Guarded OG is 0 minimum complexity, so it kind of doesn't really matter. Mana Prism, what a drop, wow. What if your landlord is a Patreon subscriber? I hope they subscribe at the highest tier so I can get my rent back, please. That would be nice. Yeah, I probably should just do as many checks as I can. I can basically fly with gravity boots and Mist, so we'll just do the Pretty normal checks. Infinite money glitch IRL. Yeah. Oh, well, there's Leapstone. Never mind. That completely changes my... Because I was thinking, oh, maybe I have to go to the caverns to get Leapstone. Like, maybe that's what the seed wanted me to do. And now I'm just like, whatever. Library card? Yeah, that's okay. Okay. Well, we have 2 library cards. Oh, I have 2 library cards. Well, I don't really need this warp. Not really. Okay. I'm still just like, how does this seed end up being an hour and 20 minutes? I'm waiting for the punchline, but we're 15 minutes in. Things feel pretty chill. I have flight. I have mist. Bat has to be in the first castle somewhere because it's guarded OG. I'll grab that. You don't need a library. We have internet now. Libraries are still actually really dope. Because you can just like rent a bunch of shit for free. Because libraries are dope. Depending on where, like, how supported your local library is. But the one near me had like insane amounts of stuff you can rent out. Like any video equipment you could ever want, software that you could ever want, like all of that. Insane internet speeds. It's dope. Libraries are a fantastic resource. They're one of the few places left in America where you aren't expected to spend money on anything. Isn't that crazy to think about? No fees. Well, I mean, there are fees if you don't return your books, I guess, but... Yeah, the library near me has a bunch of certifications for driving cars. If you don't own a car, you could learn and get your license without actually owning a car. They have car simulations, forklift simulations. I think they even have, like helicopter sims, maybe, if I remember correctly. They got some crazy stuff in there. Shoutouts to the library, man. Shit's awesome. It's one of the few, like, standing, publicly funded things that are useful and good. Do you know the difference between helicopter pilots and God? God knows he can't fly a helicopter. Wait, what? I don't get it. Yeah, libraries are great. I think the plan is... I'm gonna go to the caverns, I think. Get Spike Breaker. Because this is guarded OG, you are expected to have Spike Breaker before getting Silver Ring. So I think I'm just gonna do that right now, because then I can just get Silver Ring. We'll get Gold Ring along the way. The only way that this kind of bites us in the ass is if Merman Statue is of Vlad Relic, I think. Everything else is fine. Or if Merman Statue is Bat, I guess. Like if it leads to Bat. So I'm thinking of the Holy Symbol location. If the Holy Symbol location is required, then we might be... Well, now it doesn't matter. That was like the one actual way that we could get punished for going this route. No joke, the library in SotN would be stunning to visit IRL. So true. That is the one thing about Dracula. He does not skimp on the architecture, you know? When he wants to build something, he goes all out. Who builds the castle? Is it like the enemies inside? Does he have like contractors that he hires and then they go away? Did he build it himself using some sort of occult magic? What's the lore behind Castlevania? The castle is alive? Yeah, but then that begs the question, where did it come from? Was the castle just a living thing that has existed since the beginning of time? Is it a organism that can be bred? Are there breedable castles? Does the castle fuck? I need to know. I need a lore expert right now. Do the castles fuck? How do they reproduce? Yeah, that's one more library card. How dare everyone steal my awesome joke? Yeah, I'll grab the cash. The castle is intrinsically linked to Dracula's biometrics. I guess that makes sense, because when Dracula dies, the castle disappears. And then when Dracula's resurrected, or in the process of being resurrected, the castle shows back up. But the castle keeps showing up even though Dracula's not resurrected yet, right? Or is that not true? Are there not instances of the castle showing up before Dracula's resurrected, so therefore they're not actually linked? It's a creature of chaos. Yeah, in Portrait, right? I need a 50-minute deep dive on the castle mechanics and how they work in the Castlevania lore. Please and thank you. I should do this first, actually, in case I get Soul of Bad up here. Because otherwise this section will be slower. Well, no. Alucard says the castle is a creature of chaos. Which is, you know, could be interpreted in many ways. The castle is a feel-spelled card. So, oh, close. MST negate is what you're saying? So why don't they just use Mystical Space Typhoon? Just happened to be the Dark Lord after he jacked the title of Walter. That is true. Walter was the OG Dark Lord. Unless that castle isn't technically Castlevania. Although it's in a game called Castlevania, so I think it's safe to assume that that castle is Castlevania. But maybe I'm smoking fat stacks of weed. MST doesn't negate? This guy doesn't think MST negates, bro. MST totally negates. Everybody knows MST negates. Aw. Everybody knows that. Oh, wow. Vanilla. Fun. What's the new Metroidvania? That is a great question. It was a poll that I ran on my Discord, !Discord. Anytime I am not currently doing a like somewhat casual Metroidvania playthrough, I'll be polling the Discord. I'll make like a sub goal and then poll the Discord on which game I should play next. The most recent game that won was Mega Man ZX Advent, which is a game I've never played before, but I've heard good things about, and it's kind of technically a Metroidvania, so I figured it counts. I mean, we've played more lenient types of Metroidvanias genre-wise, so I figured why not. Also, we finally have a weapon that I'm down to use. Thank you, Gerthan. It's close enough? Okay, because I don't know. I've been told it's a Metroidvania, but I've never played it myself, so I don't know how it works. We're still missing Soul of Bat and a bunch of Vlad relics, so I feel like Mojo Mail's actually goated. I feel like I should be checking this. Ooh, I have a shield now. I mean, I actually have Alucard shield. I should be using it. Wait, when did I get Fist of Tolkis? Huh? When did that happen? All right. Are the N64 games canon? Are they? I think a lot of the games don't fall into the Igarashi canon, but maybe I'm wrong. I feel like the games that he didn't work on or oversee don't fall into the canon. Because, like, doesn't Circle of the Moon is non-canon? Or am I wrong? Soul of Wolf. I mean, I'll grab it, but I'm not happy about it. I don't know. It's not like the Castlevania lore and canon is like super important or in-depth. And it's not even like it's a useful thing to keep track of, because like the Netflix series just does whatever the fuck they want with the characters. It's like an adaptation of that lore, kind of. So, I don't know. It's a mess, unfortunately. I mean, I feel like any adaptation of a video game that's attempting to bridge the timeline between a game that was made in 1986 or whatever is ultimately going to have a few holes in the timeline. It's gonna be messy. I feel like there's no way to not have it be messy. Dude, that's actually kind of insane to get through there using the wolf like that. That's not bad. That's so much better than like just trying to backdash through there. Did I ever finish watching the series? No, I plan on watching the series on my Discord, actually. We should start that soon, actually. I put it off for a very long time because I was waiting for the announcement of the new series, just so that way I can try and watch them like close together. And then I got COVID and kind of forgot that I need to do that. So thank you for reminding me. It's not a watch party necessarily, because we're all going to individually watch it with our own Netflix accounts. Isn't that correct, guys? We will all individually be watching on Netflix independently, but at the same time. Because that's the only legal way to do it. You're going to have to bring your own pizza and cookies, unfortunately. I don't think I can send pizza and cookies via Discord. If I could, I would. With the account that I definitely have. Yeah, I don't even have a Netflix account right now, to be honest. I just haven't been feeling like signing up because Netflix fucking sucks. But they got Castlevania, so I got to, you know? I gotta do it. I don't think it's a bad show. Some fans got angry that Alucard was both hilarious and sad. I mean, I don't know which scene you're talking about, but I don't know. It's whatever. Do I? Yeah, I'll say split to Grand Falloon. Damn it. Maybe I shouldn't over rely on wolf movement. Dang, all the money in the world, but not much to buy in the shop, which is unfortunate. How much health this fucker got? Jeez. Yeah, don't post any spoilers unless you want to get banned, which I guess if you want to get banned, you can post some spoilers or whatever. Just for, you know, my courtesy, please. I don't know. I never had strong feelings about the show, but it is like so obvious that the show existing is just good for the Castlevania fandom in general. Because without the show, there'd be like 0 people in the mainstream interested in the Castlevania series at all. It also, in my opinion, kind of keeps the possibility of Castlevania continuing to get support via video games alive. Because without it, I don't think Castlevania is getting any games, like, ever. I just don't see a world where Konami's, like, greenlighting new Castlevania games in current year without the Netflix show being successful. I mean, fans are going to get mad at, like, literally anything. I don't take people's opinions on the internet very seriously, much these days. Konami's done with video games. I mean, they're not done with video games, but they essentially are outsourcing all of their games to other studios, which is not great, because if they don't have a studio to work on a new Castlevania game, there will be no new Castlevania game, because Konami's not going to make it themselves. Like, all of their projects have been outsourced to other studios, essentially. They announced the remake, yeah, which is being hosted by an external studio, essentially. Where's my library card? Like, that studio is the one that's making it. Konami is not actually making any of the video games. And I don't think they're going to sell the IP. I think Konami would be... It would be kind of silly of them to sell their IP when they can just hold on to it forever, and it's more valuable that way.
I'm interested in this.
In some regards, it's more valuable. There are arguments to be made that they could make more money if they just, you know, let other people use the IP or just to sell it outright and then...
Farewell for now.
Yeah, I think they just like licensing it out. Because then they get to own it forever. Whereas if they sell it, even if they make a big chunk of money selling it, it's like, okay, we sold it, but now we can't make money off of that product anymore. So, I don't know what Go the Warhammer route means, personally, but I don't know. I have zero faith in Konami's ability to do anything business-wise that isn't just awful for the fans of the products and properties that they own. It always feels like they have to like make a thing, but make it like not nice for the fans of that thing. Is it fastest to do... I actually don't know what the fastest route is from here. I think I'm going to go from entrance. I don't know. I just don't see a world where Konami does anything with the Castlevania brand in a way that is something that the fans actually want, especially after seeing the most recent games. It's either they're going to just re-release the old games that people actually like, or try and just create gacha simulators. I don't think they have any other options right now. At least in their mind, I don't think they have any other options. I mean, if you are an incredibly patient person, you can play free-to-play on Master Duel, but I feel like Master Duel is probably the closest thing to a good product they have produced in a long time. But that's also a product with a lot of flaws. LRV, thank you for the Prime. I appreciate it. Oh man, Bat was here the whole time. I could have had Bat so much, like, sooner. Whatever. On the bright side, I can go this way and I guess warp back. I don't know. I don't know if this ends up being faster or not. In my brain, this is faster because I'm skipping I'm skipping the entirety of Marble Gallery, but I don't know. Master Duel hasn't brought many new players to the table. It did, and then a lot of them left because Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not a new player-friendly product. Last few weeks, love the content. Hate that I found the link to Twitch via Medusi. Why would you hate that? No, that's what it's for. There's no shame in visiting Medusi.com. We've all done it, you know. I would much rather play manually on Dueling Book. Yeah, but I think Dueling Book is a piece of shit software that is bad and should be avoided at all costs, but that's just me. Some people just want an auto sim. People who want to play manually, it's like, I don't know. You have to already be like a really big Yu-Gi-Oh fan at that point if you want to play manually. I was just on Medusi.com and found the directions. Oh my god. Well, that's an issue of just like Konami not supporting the fan formats that Yu-Gi-Oh fans want to play. And instead they just, you know, basically just have an advanced format and that's it. And there's no other like supported formats. Which is, you know, frustrating for players that want something other than the advanced format. Oh, that's crazy, MT. I mean, Worlds just happened. So maybe they were going to Worlds, which would be crazy if they were. I could talk all day about the things Konami does wrong in Yu-Gi-Oh, but that's still like, I think it's great to keep it. I've learned a lot about Konami by getting more involved in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I am looking at like their most supported franchise by a lot, right? Konami has no other franchise that they support more than Yu-Gi-Oh! Outside of maybe no, I think it's just Yu-Gi-Oh! I can't think of anything else that Konami supports more than Yu-Gi-Oh! And it still ran like shit. Like it's still just like not ideal. I don't know. I find it crazy. All right, Holy Glass this time, and then second castle. Yeah, I did hear that Wizards of the Coast Wizards of the Coast is also just like, didn't they sell out to Hasbro somewhat recently, like a few years ago? What run is this? This is a randomizer speedrun. Roger. Well, I mean, trading card games is like literally printing money. I'm going the wrong way. So obviously that's one of the reasons why Konami supports Yu-Gi-Oh! The way that they do. Where video games are like outside of video games with like microtransactions, it's a one-time thing for them to earn money. Whereas Yu-Gi-Oh! They just have to have a little bit of overhead and marketing costs, and then they can just literally print cardboard that people will pay hundreds of dollars for. It's insanely profitable. It's been more than a few years. It was like a decade ago. Well, I don't follow Magic, so that explains why I just didn't know. I just knew that they were owned by Hasbro. Just met the channel and Castlevania games a few days ago. Makes me want to play SotN. I definitely recommend playing through Symphony of the Night if you can. I think it's a fantastic game that everyone should experience at least once. Thought this preset went the way of the dinosaurs? No, it's one of the tournament presets. I'm keeping Guarded OG alive if I can, because I think it's a very good and very fun preset to speedrun. Magic the Gathering sucks for new players. I mean, isn't that all card games except for maybe Pokemon? Weren't there people bragging that the Pokemon TCG list that won the World Championship was like $30 total? Isn't that fucking wild? $30 to have like a meta relevant deck in a trading card game is insane. I can't think of a single deck that's like close to decent in Yu-Gi-Oh! That you can get for $30. Unless it's like 4 or 5 years old and no longer meta relevant. Like individual staple cards cost more than $30, which is one of the reasons why I don't play in paper Yu-Gi-Oh! Because that shit's expensive. And I can't justify spending hundreds of dollars on cardboard for a game that I'll maybe play like once a year in person at most. What up, Moon? Welcome. Imagine buying cards. That's what I'm saying, yeah. I just don't buy cards. It's supposed to. No! Oh my god, I'm so bad at menuing right now. And what the fuck is going on? Yeah, I think I'll keep Girthing. You just make cheap proxies. I mean, yeah, if you're just gonna play with your friends, why not? There's no reason to spend actual money on cards.
Dark Metamorphosis!
I mean, we can't get baited to go back to the first castle because we full cleared the first castle. We're 45 minutes in. I just don't see how this seed turned into an hour and 20 minutes. Am I crazy?
Dark Metamorphosis!
Oops. What up, Death? Welcome, welcome. There's a Vlad Relic. Maybe Storm fell asleep. But that's the thing, is both players finished with a time of an hour and 20 minutes almost exactly. Like, they were only a few seconds apart from each other in this race, which is one of the reasons why I was like, I have to see what's going on here. I will say the first castle did take a while for me to fully explore, but that's also because I just didn't get Soul of Bat as quickly as I could have. So that's kind of on me. Maybe they got baited. If they both got baited in like a similar way, maybe? I don't know, though. But yeah, I've learned a lot about Konami's general approach to how they handle community stuff just by getting more attuned to how they handle Yu-Gi-Oh! The franchise that is like their one like gaming franchise that they continue to support. And by seeing how they treat Yu-Gi-Oh, it's like, yeah, there's no fucking way that Konami's gonna do anything for the Castlevania fans out there. Like they'll do the absolute bare minimum at best. Because there's no shot that, unless they make a fucking Castlevania card game or something, there's no shot that Castlevania gets close to the amount of money that Yu-Gi-Oh makes. And they're not going to support... Like, they barely give enough support to Yu-Gi-Oh! So what makes you think that they're going to support Castlevania at that point? Same with Metal Gear, same with all of their franchises, Silent Hill. I think they're doing the bare minimum just to keep the IP kind of relevant, but that's it. I mean, they tried to make the Castlevania, like, gacha online mobile game, and that didn't go well. So I don't think they're interested in using the Castlevania IP for anything else, really. Like, if they couldn't use the Castlevania IP to make a billion-dollar gacha game, then they're not going to use it for anything else. Stop it. That. Metal Gear Solid collection that's releasing on PC in the near future is confirmed to not even have mouse and keyboard support. I mean, yeah, that doesn't surprise me. What's up, Sunderbot? And what's up, Rabu? Thank you for the 30 months. Appreciate the good luck, everybody. It's been, honestly, a pretty chill seed. I feel like I'm one relic away. I don't know. Maybe this was like the point where they got baited and they like warped back to the first castle for some reason. But there's no reason to go back to the first castle. Like everything was in, like, I don't know. It's weird. The requirements for access to Duplicator for casual play, you have to beat the game at least once and have a clear file on your memory card. And then you have to start a new file. Damn. Homie got punched in the forehead. Nobody's used to OG. I guess, yeah. That'd be my guess, is that they just weren't accustomed to it. Like, even if the last VOD relic is all the way at, why did I refill? I have mana prisms. Even if the last VOD relic is all the way at Galamoth, I feel like there must have been some early first castle routing that went awry. Oh, you know what they probably tried to do? They probably tried to chase the complexity without realizing it's complexity 0, maybe? By going early caverns and then just being like stuck down there with barely anything. That's my guess, because I don't see how else you lose 30 minutes compared to my route, which also wasn't even that great. I feel like my route was fine. Yeah, there's a lot. This game, finding the straight answers to questions that you might have about this game by just Googling it can give you some mixed results. It's one of the reasons why I try and be as helpful as I can with answering questions, even though there's a certain aspect of being essentially personalized Google for people does get frustrating. But like, I understand that it's sometimes out of necessity, sometimes out of just like pure laziness. But, you know. Does that have to be on the same memory card? No. You can have them on separate memory cards. But it has to be accessible. I literally made a video of me doing essentially that, Black Quill, on the main YouTube channel, and it got like 2K views. It probably has more views now, but it was not a very popular video. You're not up to date? It's an old video. It's from like 8 months ago almost.
Tribute. You steal men's souls and make them your slaves.
Thank you, Jin Shooting Star. Appreciate the sub. It's the most esoteric game mechanic and the hardest thing to find on Google. You won't be able to find why damage stacks happen on Google because nobody knows why damage stacks happen. This is probably more damage. Yeah. The Dark Metamorphosis. To be fair, just like understanding some of the most weird random shit in this game is just tough in and of itself, and then a lot of info just kind of gets like lost to time as well because it doesn't get documented extremely well. Or if it does get documented somewhere, it's like a place that's no longer super accessible, I feel like. Like, the pacifist speedrun was such a pain in the ass to, like, figure out. Because the information was just so difficult and uncondensed. Like, it just was impossible to find. And, like, some of the stuff you couldn't intuit just by watching a speedrun. So, I don't know, this game is like a constant. It's like many things where information is like discovered and then forgotten and then has to be rediscovered. This game is in a constant state of that. Perhaps the decompilation, assuming that that doesn't get lost to time, would fix that problem. Having a full decomp of the game, just as like a, oh, I want to know why this happens, and then you just look at the source code to figure it out. Would probably solve that problem. But, you know, there's no guarantee that it actually does, or if that will ever even happen. And last Vlad is at Galamoth. I guess to be expected when the world record time was so high. The source code is a mess. Well, nobody knows what the source code is, so I don't know what you mean by the source code is a mess. So what you're saying is this game is constantly experiencing the Dark Ages problem? Not exactly in all cases, but yeah, kind of. Like, certain aspects of this game can get lost to time, and that's mostly just due to runners and, like, experienced members of the community just kind of, like, retiring and not being as active anymore. And then, like, the information that they had was just kind of stored in their brain and wasn't necessarily written down somewhere, or if it is, it's in a spot that is difficult to parse. I'm gonna save, actually. No! This is why I saved. I pressed the wrong button. Yeah, you guys get what I mean when I say decomped, but...
Dark Metamorphosis!
There we go. Can't believe I messed this up. I'm also not generally knowledged enough to be able to understand exactly what the decomp people are doing or how it is that they discover what they discover. But I know that they're working on stuff. That's all I know. Wait, what? Yeah, it's unfortunate, but, you know. Symphony of the Night is not nearly as big as Pokemon. It's not nearly as well documented as Pokemon. So assuming that the decomp projects would be similar is
You steal men's souls and make them
ill-advised.
your slaves.
What up, Cryptic Toast? Thank you for the 3 months. I appreciate you as well. We are starting to reach that point, though, where a lot of people who grew up and appreciated these consoles, like PlayStation 1, N64, stuff like that, like they're old enough and experienced enough. Developers, programmers, to like work on their own tools, which is why I think there is kind of like a new bout of what in the heck?
Time here, and I know it's SotN, and I like to ask you anyway, is Harmony underrated? I think it is. Love and support from Germany, praying gesture.
Thank you, Hector. Appreciate it. Where am I going? I was about to do Relic Skin. Yeah, which Harmony would be my question. Harmony of Dissonance for the Game Boy Advance or Harmony of Despair for Xbox 360 and PS3? Because those are two very different games.
Tribute.
Thank you, Rora, for the 17.
Steal men's souls and make them your slaves.
I don't know who you're talking to, Drakenful, but you're basically talking to yourself, it seems, about glitches and PlayStation stuff, so cool. I hope you're having fun talking to yourself. Despair is underrated. I don't think Despair is underrated because I think the only reason it would be considered underrated is because it just didn't have the same like general, what's the word I'm thinking of?
You steal men's souls and make them your slaves.
Yeah, thank you for the gifted LRV. What's the word I'm thinking of? Install base, that's the word. Not enough people played the game would be why it's underrated. I don't think it's underrated because people didn't like the game. Or that it's like rated poorly in the community. I think it's just like one of those things that like was stuck on 360 and PS3 download only storefronts. So not as many people got to play the game as would have wanted to play the game because of that.
Dark Metamorphosis! Behold my true form and
There we go. I have no clue where the extra 15 minutes was spent in this speedrun, but GG's. World record officially stolen. Hey, YouTube. Thank you for watching. Take it easy. Subscribe before you leave. And also join the live streams over on twitch.tv/DragonBlood. See you later, YouTube. Have a good one. Bye-bye.